He is known for his philosophical method, theory of perception, and agent-causal theory of free will. He is recognized for his extensive focus on ethics, theory of action, and philosophy of mind. He is Thomas Reid, the founder of the Scottish School of Common Sense and a key figure in the Scottish Enlightenment. Thomas Reid, a Scottish philosopher, was a man of deep religious conviction and intellectual curiosity. Born in 1710, Reid's upbringing instilled in him a strong desire to explore the fundamental questions of life. His insatiable thirst for knowledge led him to delve into various fields of study, including philosophy, perception, epistemology, ethics, and the philosophy of mind. Reid's contributions to the world of philosophy were significant and far-reaching. He founded the Scottish School of Common Sense, a movement that emphasized the importance of common sense in understanding the world around us. This school of thought had a profound impact on the Scottish Enlightenment, a period of intellectual flourishing in Scotland. As a philosopher, Reid was not afraid to challenge prevailing beliefs. He engaged in a spirited debate with the renowned philosopher David Hume, becoming Hume's earliest and fiercest critic. Reid's theories on perception and free will presented alternative perspectives that challenged the prevailing philosophical norms of his time. Reid's legacy extends beyond his intellectual pursuits. In 1783, he co-founded the Royal Society of Edinburgh, a prestigious institution that continues to promote scientific and philosophical advancements to this day. Thomas Reid's story is one of intellectual courage and unwavering pursuit of truth. His contributions to philosophy and his role in shaping the Scottish Enlightenment solidify his place as a revered figure in intellectual history. Thomas Reid, a Scottish philosopher, was a man of great intellect and insight. Born in Aberdeenshire in 1710, Reid began his academic journey at the University of Aberdeen, where he graduated with a master's degree. He was later licensed to preach by the Church of Scotland and became a minister, but his true passion lay in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. In 1752, Reid was appointed as a professor at King's College in Aberdeen. It was during this time that he wrote his groundbreaking work, An Inquiry into the Human Mind on the Principles of Common Sense. In this book, Reid challenged prevailing philosophical theories and argued that our understanding of the world is based on our common sense perceptions and beliefs. He believed that our senses provide us with reliable information about the external world and that we can trust our natural faculties to discern truth from falsehood. Reid's ideas were revolutionary and had a profound impact on the philosophical landscape of his time. His work caught the attention of scholars and intellectuals, and he became a renowned figure in the academic community. In fact, Reid and his colleagues founded the Aberdeen Philosophical Society, which was widely known as the Wise Club. This society served as a platform for intellectual discourse and the exchange of ideas. Eventually, Reid was appointed as the Professor of Moral Philosophy at the University of Glasgow, succeeding the renowned Adam Smith. Although he resigned from this position in 1781, Reid continued to contribute to the field of philosophy. He published 2 influential books, Essays on the Intellectual Powers of Man and Essays on the Active Powers of the Human Mind, which further expanded on his theories and insights. Throughout his life, Reid faced personal hardships, including the loss of his wife and children. However, his dedication to the pursuit of knowledge and his unwavering belief in the power of common sense guided him through difficult times. He passed away in Glasgow, leaving behind a legacy of philosophical brilliance. Thomas Reid's philosophy continues to be relevant in our daily lives. His emphasis on trusting our senses and relying on our common sense perceptions can help us navigate the complexities of the world. By questioning prevailing beliefs and relying on our own faculties, we can develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Reid's philosophy reminds us to embrace our innate wisdom and to seek truth through our own observations and experiences. Thomas Reid, a renowned philosopher of the 18th century, believed that common sense should be the foundation of all philosophical inquiry. He strongly disagreed with the ideas put forth by David Hume and George Berkeley regarding our knowledge of the external world. Hume claimed that we can never truly know what the external world consists of, as our knowledge is limited to the ideas in our minds. Berkeley, on the other hand, argued that the external world is nothing more than ideas in the mind. Reid, however, held a different perspective. He believed that the foundations upon which our common sense is built provide justification for our belief in the existence of an external world. Rejecting the theory of ideas advocated by renowned philosophers such as John Locke and René Descartes, Reid advocated for direct realism, also known as common sense realism. In his time, Reid was considered more important than Hume, and he even had a great admiration for Hume's work. They shared a mutual friend who sent Hume an early manuscript of Reid's inquiry. Hume responded to the manuscript, acknowledging its lively and entertaining manner but noting a defect in method. He criticized Reid's doctrine for implying the presence of innate ideas. Reid's philosophy, rooted in common sense and direct realism, challenges the prevailing ideas of his time. It encourages us to trust our senses and believe in the existence of an external world, contrary to the skepticism of Hume and Berkeley. Reid's emphasis on common sense as a guiding principle in philosophy can also be applied to our daily lives. It reminds us to rely on our own intuition, reasoning, and observations, rather than getting lost in abstract theories or overly skeptical thinking. Thomas Reid, the Scottish philosopher, was known for his theory of common sense, which had a profound impact on his views on knowledge and ethics. According to Reid, our common beliefs, when confirmed by philosophy, provide us with a foundation for acting in a morally right way. He believed in the agency of the individual and the importance of self-control, drawing inspiration from Roman Stoicism and quoting the likes of Cicero. Reid's response to David Hume's skepticism and naturalist arguments was to establish a set of principles of common sense that serve as the basis for rational thought. These principles are essential prerequisites for any philosophical argument. One such principle is the belief that qualities such as shape, color, hardness, or softness must exist in something tangible, which we refer to as a body. Reid saw belief in these principles as a litmus test for sanity, stating, "For, before men can reason together, they must agree in first principles, and it is impossible to reason with a man who has no principles in common with you." Reid also delved into the realms of phenomenology and ordinary language philosophy to develop a unique blend of direct realism. He argued that our conceptions go beyond mere ideas and correspond to real objects. This understanding is rooted in both our subjective experience of conceiving an object and the meaning we assign to words. Reid saw his philosophy as a philosophy of common sense, accessible to all through introspection and a proper understanding of language. Moreover, Reid explored the role of language as an instrument for human cognition, believing it to be innate and predating consciousness. He distinguished between natural signs and artificial signs, with natural signs having a greater expressive and persuasive power. Reid emphasized that children learn language by imitating sounds before understanding their conceptual content. He believed that the primeval form of language involved concrete gestures as natural signs, which engage the passions, affections, and will. In his exploration of the senses, Reid made a critical distinction between sensation and perception. While sensations contribute to our awareness of an object, the content of perception goes beyond the sum total of these sensations. Reid argued that we intuitively enter into a relationship with the perceived object, similar to how a child experiences sensations. He suggested that adults should strive to regain the childlike perception to overcome the artificial perception that leads to illusions, as proposed by Hume. Thomas Reid's philosophy of common sense provides us with a framework to navigate our daily lives. By recognizing the importance of shared principles and beliefs, we can engage in meaningful conversations and build common ground with others. Reid's emphasis on self-control and agency reminds us of the power we have to shape our actions and make morally informed choices. Additionally, his insights into language and perception encourage us to engage with the world in a more intuitive and authentic manner. Through Reid's philosophy, we can strive for a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.